Hello guys, first of all I welcome you all to this interview question series. We are seeing some of the important questions related to Python specifically for the coding interviews. Okay, and we are in the set 12 and we are continuing with that trend. So let's get started. So first question for the today's session is calculate the multiplication and sum of two numbers. It's a pretty easy question we have. Let me just roll down the sleeves and give the solution for you guys. Okay, so I'll just get the two numbers from the user. So a b is equals to map, then we can just int data type and we will harness the input function and prompt the user to enter two numbers. Okay, let me just use the split method to split those things and let me just execute the stuff right now. It will asking me a number, so 10 20. Let me just simply give those two numbers. Okay, let me just take one and create function which can print the sum and multiplication of two numbers. So print sum multi, it's a name of the function. I am passing number 1 and number 2. Okay, and after passing those things, let me just do one thing here, directly print the whatever the user wants. Sum is, okay, sum is, and I'm passing num1 plus num2. We can use the operators here, right? We can directly use the operators, and we can also take the print a string of multiplication. Okay, multiplication is num1 multiplied by num2. Yeah, this is the simple function I have. Let me just execute this function and create this functions. So function is created, guys. Let me just invoke the function print sum multi, and I'm passing a and b as the parameter. Let me just invoke those things. I'm getting 30 and 200, which is correct. Clear, guys? So let's move forward with the other question we have. Okay, so next question is print the sum of current number and the previous number in the range. Okay, first of all I'll get one number. Okay, I'll get the one number from user. So user input, which is equals to int of input we have. Okay, enter some number. Okay, enter some number. Let me just take the 5, and in the range of 5 I wanted to get the sum. Okay, sum of the two numbers. So let me just create a function. So create get current previous sum. This is the name of function, and after that I'm passing the whatever the number is there. Okay, and after getting that, let me just employ the for loop for every n in range of whatever the number you have passed plus 1, because it is by default nature is end minus 1. And after that, what I'm trying to do is that let me just print current number is something like whatever the n we have, comma, previous number is whatever the current number we have minus 1, and there sum is, okay, so what is the sum? The sum is n plus n minus 1. Clear? So the current number and previous number. Let me just create those function right now. So the function is created, guys. Okay, function is created. Let me just invoke the function current pref sum. Okay, and I'm passing the user input here right now. Let me just invoke the function. I'm getting the required result I want. Clear, guys? Okay, so this is how we can just get those things done. Clear? Let me just move towards the other questions we have. Third question. Okay, third questions, print the characters from the string that are present at the event index. So it's a very good questions we have, and there are multiple approaches. We can use the for loop or dictionaries or counter function inbuilt. There are many approaches are present. So let me just go with the very basic simple approaches, and you can employ in the interview room. Clear? So let me just first ask the user to input some string. So user input or user string we can take. Okay, user strings. So input, enter some string. Okay, enter some string. Okay, enter some string, and let me just invoke the code cell. I'm just getting some string like Gamaka AI, right? I wanted to print the characters which are present at the even index, so that for that purpose I can employ the enumeration function. Okay, enumerate function. So let me just first create one function def here. So get even index char. Okay, get even index char. I'm passing one string here right now. Okay, I am passing one string here right now. So let me just run the for loop for every index comma character in enumerate, and let me just take whatever the string you have passed. Okay, and I'm checking if this index is divisible by 2 equals 0. If it is even, then print something like that. Print what we can just directly print the characters, or we can just print like character char, something like the character you have, and present at, okay, present at index of, and whatever the index you have. Clear? Whatever the index you have. Let me just create those functions right now. Okay, let me just invoke the function. Okay, so get even index char, and I'm passing the user string over there. Okay, user string. Let me just invoke these things, and I'm getting the G is present at 0, M is present at 2, A is present at 6, something like that. Those are all the even indexes. Those are all the even indexes we have. Clear, guys? So let's move forward with the other question we have. So fourth question we have for the session. Okay, so remove the n characters from the string. Okay, so remove the n characters for the strings, and how can we solve those questions? Okay, so let me just first take the user string. Okay, so whatever the user string is there, okay, whatever the user string is there, input, and prompt the user to add some string, enter some string. Okay, let me just invoke the code cell right now. So I'm taking one string here, right, and let me just ask char to remove. So chars, okay, char underscores, which is equals to int input, okay, char to removes, right, and let me just again invoke those cell. So I want to remove first 3 characters, right. Let me just create one functions, remove char, okay, remove chars, and I'm passing one string here, and the number of characters, and it will return something like this. So whatever the string you have entered, and we can employ the slice operators and n colon. Clear? N colon. Let me just create those function. After that, let me just create a resultant variable which can hold that return value, and I'm passing whatever the user string is there, comma char underscore. So, and again I'm wanted to print whatever the result I got. So let's just remove, the call is successful. Okay, so here I get the modified string. Okay, here I am getting the modified string. Okay, so one question for you guys to homework here. Okay, so as you know that the string is something like immutable in nature, so we cannot modify it, but we are removing the characters from the string. We can modify the string here as well. So what exactly happened under the hood? Can you tell me? Okay, so this is the homework question. We have just read out the stuffs. So if it is a immutable, so we can't change these things. Okay, so we can't just change this thing, but we can changing the thing right now. So what basically happening here is that So you have to figure it out. Clear guys? So let me just move forward with the other questions we have. Okay, fifth question. Fifth question, the first and last character in the list is same or not. Okay, so let me just create a list. So list 1 is there. Okay, so list 1 is there, and list 1 takes some numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, and also I'm creating a list 2. Okay, list 2 is there, which is 101, 102, 103, 104, right, and 101 as well. Okay, so let me just create a function check first last, and let me just input some list here. Okay, and it will return true and false based on if it is find both the characters and both the contents in the list and the first index and last index is same or not. Okay, so whatever the list you have taken, okay, just get the first index element and compare it the last index element, which is nothing but -1. Okay, and let me just create those things. Let me just create the resultant variable here. Okay, resultant variable check first last, and I'm passing list 1 here. Okay, and I'm passing one list here, and let me just print whatever the result I have got. Okay, so for the list 1 it is false. Okay, let me just pass the list 2 here. Okay, for the list 2 let me just take if it is a true or not. Yes, it is a true. Okay, so this is how we can just employ the different approaches to just get the gist of the fifth question. Okay, so that's it for the session guys. Okay, in the next sessions we will get to know about the more interview question related to the Python. Till then, have a nice day.